Way different video than typical. This is like some Casey Zander philosophy, okay? I typically have a marker board with a bunch of stuff. Right here I don't have anything because this is like a real and raw, honest conversation, man to man, that we have to have so that way you can understand how to get some success. How you do one thing in life is how you do everything. So there's a few photos that I'm going to show you because what actually sparked my curiosity to make this was my notebook. So when I'm in the gym, okay, I have this notebook and it's so beat up already. I need a new one soon. I've done this for 11 years in the gym. I've tracked every exercise. So not only have I tracked every workout, I've tracked every set of every rep of every exercise of every workout, including my warm-up sets. I track everything. To give you an example of this, of what this looks like and how this will pertain to your dating life, how this will pertain to you making more money, how this will pertain to you having success at anything, you're going to see. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So I will put up this first picture right here on the screen. And this was way back, probably about, I'd say 6 months ago. For example, this is dumbbell shoulder press. I did 90 pounds for a set of 6, as you can see. And then I did 85 pounds for 2 sets of 8, as you can see right here. Okay? Keep that in mind. I did 90 pounds for a set of 6, 85 pounds for 8, and then another set of 85 pounds for 8. In life, you don't have to do so much at once. In life, you figure out where you can just add 1 rep at a time. Now, I swipe over to the next photo, and this was from the next week, and now I did 90 pounds for just 1 set of 7. Instead of 6, we just added 1 rep and went to 7. We didn't try to do hundreds, right? 100-pound dumbbells. We didn't try to do 105s. No. We kept it at 90s. We just added 1 rep. And then the other 2 sets, once again, still at 85. You can do this every week. So let's actually write down this workout right here. This is the third photo I'm going to show you. Yesterday, I did incline barbell bench press. So I'm going to write incline right here. And you can see I did 235 pounds on incline for 1 set of 5. And then I did 2 more sets. So set 2 was 240 pounds for 1 set of 5. And then I did 240 pounds again for 1 set of 5. Well, using my method that I just showed you, I'm sure you can take a guess what I'm going to do next week. Well, take a guess what I'm going to do next week. We're not going to go to 245 or 265 or 275. We're not going to do any 1 rep maxes. All we're going to do is just try to make all 3 sets at 240. So this one was 235 for 1 set of 5. And then we did 240 for 1 set of 5 and 240 for 1 set of 5. Next week, we're just going to do all 3 sets at 240. It'll look like this. It'll look like 240 for 1 set of 5, 240 for 1 set of 5, 240 for 1 set of 5. This is how you make gains. Maybe the next week, all I'm going to do now is maybe we'll just add a rep. It's 240 for 1 set of 6 now. Then it's 240 back down to 1 set of 5 and 240 back down for 1 set of 5. And I got to thinking, because I was talking with my friend earlier, and I'm like, wow, I thought for a second, and I was like, okay, I have never once in my life ever hit a plateau in the gym. I have never once in my life been injured. And I have never once in my life felt too tired or not motivated to go to the gym. And then I thought, whoa, why is that? Why is it that I've never hit a plateau and I've never not made gains? It's because I made it so effortless on my body. Never been injured, never hit a plateau. I'm not trying to be the world's most strongest, biggest, jacked dude in the gym with the biggest muscles every week. No, I'm just finding little ways in life that I can make 1 rep at a time wins. And then I thought for a second, I'm like, okay, this is how you do anything. If you struggle at talking to new people, maybe you want to meet new women, walk up to 5 people today and just say hello. Okay? Then maybe tomorrow you're going to walk up to 4 people and say hello. And then the 5th person, you're going to say, hello, how are you? That's called progression. Okay? Stick with me here. This will all make sense. What you have to do when you're looking at this video is you have to realize right now that there's more than meets the eye. There's more than meets the eye, because if you only see this for what it is, you're going to look at this video and go, oh, this is just about fitness. No. This is everything that there is to know about how to make gains in life. It is about tracking your small 1% wins and finding spots where you can add growth. Now, what happens is when you fast forward 10 years, everybody looks at you and goes, wow, you are so gifted. They will look at your physique and they go, you're so gifted. God must have just blessed you with that amazing physique. You're blessed with amazing genetics. No, you can win at almost anything through tracking and through knowing what you did the week previous. If I went to any of my notebooks from the past 11 years, I can tell you the exact workout that I did in the weight room with the exact exercises from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you can say hello to 5 people, now you can say hello on day 2 to 4 people, and then the 5th person, you're going to say, hello, how was your day? By the end of it, if you do this every day for 1 year, and you have 365 days, you don't think that you're going to have a girlfriend? Come on now. Most guys don't try hard enough in the right areas. I'm not talking about trying hard with effort. I'm talking about trying hard by knowing what you did the day previous, so that way you can actually make progress and you can actually make success. I'm going to give you an example of how I learned this, okay? One of the reasons why I am the way that I am is because when I was in high school, I ran distance track, okay? I ran distance track. I tell this story to almost everybody that I meet. This is how I learned this. I had a great distance coach. I won't say his name, but he was great, okay? The whole team thought he was really good. He was very motivational. He had a lot of leadership qualities, just a really good guy, okay? So the typical miler workout, if you're a distance guy, okay, if you're a distance runner, the typical miler workout was 10 by a quarter, okay? So 10 by 400 meters around the track, okay? At 1 mile race pace, okay? At 1 mile race pace with 1 minute rest in between. So let's say you do all of your quarters or all of your 400 meter laps. Let's say you do all of them in 75 seconds. So let's write out all 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say hypothetically you're trying to run a mile in under 5 minutes. Okay. If you can do all of these in 75 seconds, which is 5-minute mile race pace, you should be able to run 1 mile in under 5 minutes. Let's say you hit all of these for the workout. 10 by 400 meters, okay, at 1 mile race pace, which is these 75 seconds with 1 minute rest in between. That's the typical workout. What we would do the second week, so let's say you hit all of these, the second week then that we would go to do the same workout, okay, we would just maybe try to hit the first 2 in like, let's say 74 and a half. And then the rest were all 75 again. So see, it's not like we're trying to win at everything. You find ways that you can make 1% wins. So for those of you where it's like you're struggling with your income, you're struggling with your social skills, you're struggling with meeting new people, track what you're doing and make gains that way. The only way you know how to get ahead in life is if you know what you did previous. So everybody that I've ever met, like everyone that I've ever met that doesn't really like make the type of like life success or progress or gains that they want to make in life, they don't know what they're doing. It's like they're just working. Hard work doesn't get you anywhere. What you're actually going to have to do is you're actually going to have to really track what you're doing. You're going to have to figure things out. And this is kind of like my whole philosophy on life. My whole philosophy on life is doing more and getting better at what you're doing. Okay, and this is really how you win. And if you can stick it out for longer than most people, see, what this comes down to is consistency. Because the truth is, you can go and start talking to new people and change your dating life. Most people don't do it. You can go build an amazing body in the gym. Most people don't do it. You can make the type of income you want to make. Most people don't do it. Because they're not able to do the routine success habits that it takes to actually win. You are not where you want to be in life because you are not disciplined and you give up. And that's all there is to it. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what type of lies you want to tell yourself or sell yourself in your mind why you can't make success. If you buckled down and you had more discipline and you tracked what you did and you told yourself every day, I'm going to find ways to make small little 1% wins, you would be where you want to be. And that right there is my entire philosophy to life. I believe that how you do one thing is how you do everything. And when you fast forward 5-10 years down the road, that is when everybody looks at you and goes, how'd you do it? And they think there's some secret thing. There's no secret thing, right? You're going to see this, right? The guy in the gym who's always walking around saying, oh, what's the next supplement I should buy? I have done more, okay, with just one notebook and tracking everything than most people do with any kind of like fancy plan or anything like that. So keep that in mind. This is truly how you win.